I'm the CEO and co-founder of Axya, and I'm happy to welcome you to our first edition of the Axya Demo Day. We will show you the latest features and explain how they allow us to achieve our vision of empowering manufacturing companies to focus on strategic tasks and building strong relationships with their partners. We built this company to tackle key supply chain issues. In the recent years, the labor shortage became even bigger, and companies have a hard time finding experienced buyers and sourcing specialists to do critical procurement operations. On top of that, the tools that they work with are mainly emails, telephone, and Excel spreadsheet. Finally, the complexity of managing supply chain skyrocket, and now companies are actively looking for solutions to increase efficiency and remain competitive in that challenging environment. Our flexible and modular solution was built to help users focus on strategic work, free them time to work on building their relationships with their partners, and provide insights to focus on the right thing at the right time. Thanks to our continuous automation and the improved processes in our solution, users can do in a few clicks what used to take them a few hours and sometimes days, and by focusing on strategic work, they can have the biggest impact within their organizations. That's why we were able to build a network of hundreds of manufacturing companies and thousands of suppliers that source millions of dollars worth of goods every month on our platform. We are supporting manufacturers of all sizes, ranging from 10 employees to hundreds of thousands of workers around the world. Those companies come from different industries, including aerospace, automotive, mining, transportation, and more. They all share common issues, and we are proud of being able to have a significant impact on their operations every single day. In the demo day, we will cover the best product improvements of the last year, including our major release of the private B2B network. This solution was built to help buyers find the right suppliers within our network of more than 4,000 suppliers, and on the other side, will allow those suppliers to effectively communicate their expertise and accelerate their business development initiatives. My colleagues, Alex, Chief Revenue Officer, and Haman, our VP Product, will present to you how we make a big difference in our customers' life. If you have any questions during the presentation, please put them in the chat and we will take some time at the end to answer them. Enjoy the show.
Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for being with us today. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to share with you what happened at Axya during the last year. We had the chance to meet with hundreds of customers across North America and Europe and from different verticals. At Axya, we use a sales engineering approach. It means that with every client that we meet, we sit with them with an engineer in order to understand exactly what are the needs and how we can create value for them. Through this journey, we understood that the supply chain on a worldwide scale is currently in trouble, and our clients need to adapt at a faster pace than ever before. Thanks to our current solutions, we can create value right away for all of our clients. And in order to do this magic, I will let Hamad, our VP Product, present you the key features of the product that has been developed during the last year.
We're here to dominate and modernize the source-to-pay software world, all while creating the fastest, hassle-free deployment. Our vision is to provide comprehensive tools that empowers the entire supply chain ecosystem for the manufacturing industry. Our expert team of designers and engineers work day in, day out to bring you some of the most exciting features that wouldn't be possible without the countless discoveries that we've done with you all. With that said, it's time to buckle up as we take you through the most important product improvements and releases. Let's kick off with our first game-changing feature for the sourcing module. Picture this. You need multiple pricing or multiple data points to be input from your supplier. And your supplier, well, he sends the same old locked PDF with just the price and lead time. With Axya's custom templates, you simply define your requirements and voila. Suppliers are obliged to provide those data points while coding. And the best part, you can analyze all of this information per supplier and quotes with these customized dimensions. It's time to go beyond just price and lead time and unleash the power of true data-driven decision-making.
We understood that our clients wanted to use our solution not only for one specific sourcing needs, but for all their procurement requests. Thanks to the custom template feature, Our clients are now able to modify the sourcing template on our interface in order to source what they want, from the wing of an airplane to snow removal contract or office supplies.
You can now select and download custom templates for your quoting needs. Simply download the templates you need, import your part list back in, and when you send the request, the supplier will receive a customized quotation template that fits your needs.
Now, let's tackle one of the most agonizing challenges for buyers, the dreaded follow-ups. We get it. It's like playing a never-ending game of catch-up in the chaotic supply chain. But fear not, because Axya has the ultimate secret weapon, smart follow-ups. Brace yourselves for it. With smart follow-ups, you can schedule your follow-ups in advance and condition them based on triggers. Need to nudge suppliers who haven't replied or acknowledged? No problem. Want a custom reminder sent a week before delivery? Done. This intelligent feature knows which suppliers require follow-ups and adjusts feature sequences based on reality. Say goodbye to mundane tasks and say hello to smart strategic sourcing.
How much time do you spend doing follow-ups on RFQs or POs, making sure that your suppliers has received your request, plan to respond to your RFQ, or just making sure that the part will be delivered on time? If it's anywhere close to our current clients, it should represent a fair amount of hours every week. With our smart follow-up solutions, we proactively and automatically make sure that all the suppliers that owe you a response are targeted with a smart follow-up, from which they can reply with just a click in an email. It allows your team to focus on the projects that are really at risk, removing the friction of checking on files that are already on track. The beauty of this solution is that it also allows your suppliers to actually work on your project instead of losing valuable time in their days to give you status on on-track project. It's a win-win solution that frees up time on both sides.
Set up your automatic follow-up when you send your request. Select a date for which you like the follow-up to be sent, and send your request. Once sent, you can view your automatic follow-up and update the follow-up date if needed, depending on the context of your request. And that's it. You can set it and forget it.
Want to know the one word that really scares procurement folks? The dreaded ERP integration. But worry no more. Axya has just launched the Axya Magic Connector. We are here to make ERP integrations as easy as waving a wand. With Axya's solution, you simply route the emails you send to the suppliers to Axya, and our advanced technology does the rest. It scans, reads, centralizes, stores, and executes the information on your behalf, all with a click of a button. So instead of waiting 3 months to kick off the project, you can start getting value from day one. You heard it right, day one. It's like magic without the hocus pocus.
Every client I have spoken with in the last year always brought back to me the necessity of an ERP integration in order to make sure that the information flows between their current ERP and Axya. Without this integration, it makes Axya purposeless as we are creating data duplication instead of streamlining operations. Also, ERP integration usually takes a lot of time, up to a year in certain cases. Thanks to the Axya Magic Connector, this issue is now solved, and we fluently and quickly integrate with our client's operation, creating value on day one and ensuring data integrity.
Now, let's unveil our dazzling flagship release on the buyer side. We heard your love for RFQ management and your cry for better PO management. That's why we present to you an order management system built to handle the stormy seas of procurement. Imagine a world where everyday disruptions like late shipments, missed emails, and miscommunication don't stand a chance. Our order management system empowers you to create POs from scratch or convert RFQs seamlessly. With advanced technologies such as smart follow-ups, timeline tracking, it becomes the single source of truth for all of your order information management needs. You manage revisions, you communicate effortlessly, and sail through the procurement process with ease.
From all the tasks procurement team has to complete, PO management should be one of the most time-consuming, clerical, manual actions they have in their daily agenda. The PO management modules takes half a day to integrate and reduce the involvement of procurement team in PO management by 90%. It is the simplest and quickest way to use Axya in your operation tomorrow and free up time for your team to have a strategic impact in your organization.
With our new order management module, you can now have full control of all orders with your suppliers. Find out if there's an update, anything at risk, any orders late, and receive up-to-date information about your recent shipments. You can track all of that information in our easy-to-use dashboard, and all communication centralized between a common thread between you and your supplier. On the supplier side for order management, acknowledging an order couldn't be simpler. In just a few clicks, supplier will receive an email where they can acknowledge the order and have all the information centralized on a login list portal. Once the order is acknowledged, all parties are notified, and the supplier is able to update you on any changes of the delivery date and confirm the shipment as it arrives.
Now, for our awesome suppliers, we come to our grand finale, the flagship release, the Premium Supplier Profile. We understand the challenges you face in business development, your website that is hard to update, the unpredictability of social media spend, and running out of efficient ways to generate new business can leave you feeling lost. But fear not, because Axya is here to catapult your business into the spotlight with our Premium Supplier Profile. Upon signing up for our premium account, you gain access to hundreds of premium RFQs from some of the top manufacturers in Canada. That's right, you get the first opportunity to quote, communicate, and build relationships with top buyers. In fact, our first premium customer won a contract within the first week of sign up. Talk about fast track to success. Oh, and we've got more. With Axya's Profile, you get visibility into who's viewing your profile and how many times, unlike the website. So you can reach out to them and start building those relationships. It's like having a secret agent on your side, ready to help you reach out and kickstart your business development process.
Sourcing new strategic suppliers has always been a hard task for most manufacturing companies that are left only with tools like Google or LinkedIn that are not suited to get the right information out of a potential supplier. The Axya Supplier Directory gives you access with the click of a button to suppliers sorted by commodities, certification, and geographic. We allow you to launch public RFQ to our 4,000 suppliers network at the same time to get new potential source of supply. And the beauty of it is free. With the creation of the Premium Supplier Profile, we allow suppliers to signify to the network that they are currently open to new opportunities, offering them higher visibility and insightful analytics in order to help them to find the right client at the right time.
With the new profile experience, suppliers can now view analytics and insights about their profile based on their views in the directory. You will be featured in the directory and be able to showcase your recent capabilities, your shop, and recent projects with your buyers who are interested to do discovery.
All right, so thank you everyone. This wraps up the first portion of our demo day. As you've seen, we worked really hard on developing some really exciting features that are tailor-made to some of the challenges our customers are experiencing. So as I mentioned earlier, please put your question in the chat as we move into the second portion of the demo day, where I'll do a full walkthrough through the platform and really cover each of the specificity. My objective is to make sure you properly understand how they work. So again, feel free to raise your hand or put comments in the chat. So as we start here, the portion of the demo, we are on a buyer account. And the first thing that you notice is that there's a dashboard where it's easy to see what's actually ongoing for their operations. You can quickly assess what requires your attention and where you should focus your time. I will quickly go into the request. So when a sourcing team have identified a need internally, and they're asking their known suppliers to provide prices and delays for that specific part or project. From this dashboard, you're able to track what the team is currently sourcing and each of the specific request status. As you can see, there's the name for the request, which users from the team are currently working on this, and additional information about the request. The status is being assessed based on different criteria, including are enough suppliers showing interest for that request? Have they provided prices and delays? Or in the case where it's at risk, does the Axya technology think that this request you should take action on that specific request to make sure you achieve the ideal outcome. Now we'll dive into one of those requests and see what it looked like from the buyer perspective. You have a summary of the different information that were shared to the suppliers. And here you can also access all the different information change. If you have the need to change those information or change a quantity, it can be done quickly from that interface. And all the suppliers will be informed that there's a change that requires the confirmation. Either if they already provided a price that need to be revised or that they're currently working on a quote. Another really interesting feature is that you can see all the suppliers that are currently quoting or have quoted on that request. In this case, we can also move to the second portion of an ongoing request where you can have specific conversation with individual suppliers. We know that managing a ton of information through email sometimes can be confusing. So in this case, you have either a private conversation with a specific supplier where you could exchange different information, validate specific elements, but you can also have public conversation that are being available for the rest of the suppliers. Finally, the best way to compare prices and lead time is from this interface where you can see the consolidated information. The Axya platform will also convert the different currencies that you're using with the option of using your own prices for those currencies or using an index that we review every day. In this case, what we can look at is the price per part, the different fixed fees, and other information. You can either select the supplier for the full project or do multiple suppliers awarding, depending how you typically have business with your own suppliers. So in this case, I would select the supplier, validate that is the supplier that we want to work with, and now it becomes a contract that I can track from another interface. The second portion that we really want to put emphasis on is the way you can create requests. So you can look at different parts in your inventory. Different team member could add those parts. So the engineering team, the sourcing specialist, or the project manager. And from there, creating a request can be done in a few clicks, or you can use the different filters to look at what's available inside your list of parts. Example, if one of your colleagues created those parts and create the request. There's different type of requests that can be created. You can either ask for quotation, ask for information beforehand. Basically, it's adapted to how you would typically do this. In this case, we would look at the different parts that are selected for a request, validate that the quantities are right, and now we select the suppliers. There's multiple ways of selecting the suppliers. You can either go by pre-group that you created, or manually enter them and select the different suppliers that you want to be invited on your request. From there, you can customize the message that they receive. We also have the option of configuring it for your account, so all the messages are sent the same way. And then you select what is the due date to receive prices and delays. As we explained, we were really excited to recently launch the automated follow-up, which can be personalized, and depending if the suppliers are showing intent to bid on a request or not, the follow-up will be customized for them. The last portion that we want to show in that interface is the way you can manage your supplier list. So as we discussed, we really want to put the emphasis on building those relationships so your team is able to look at the existing suppliers in your approved supplier list, add different criteria that can be used in the sourcing activities, and so on. The second feature that we really want to show is the order follow-up. So here we have a good example of what it would look like on the company. So you have all the ongoing requests that are streamlined from either existing contract that you had in the Axya platform or from your ERP that can directly communicate with our system to create those requests. Depending on the way you configure your account, you're able to track the ongoing request and then filter them based on what would require your attention. If a supplier said that they would change the delivery date, you have quickly visibility over here. Finally, when you look at a specific request, you can see what have been done in one, determine which type of follow-ups are required for the specific supplier, and finally, make sure that you get your parts on time. The fourth portion that we really want to show is the directory. So we recently unveiled that private network of suppliers that is available. As you can see on the left hand, we have different criteria that can be used to filter the suppliers that you want to see. This can be done really specifically depending on the ideal profile that you're looking for. So this way you have suppliers that fit your criteria, and then you also have the ability to look in depth at the supplier profile, get access to photos of their shop, and directly contact them if you'd like to. The other great option is to look on the map. We know that the distance from a specific supplier can really impact the way you run business with them. So we allow you to adapt the different criteria and also take into consideration the distance of those suppliers. And again, contact them based on how they fit your criteria. So before we move on to the next portion of the presentation, where I'll show the view on supplier side, I'd like to see if there's any question in the chat or from any of the participants. Great. The last portion that we wanted to show was how it looked from a supplier that I activated the premium supplier. So basically, you will get an analytic in real time of who's looking at your profile, what type of company are looking at your profile, and leverage that insight to really tailor your business development initiatives afterward. Finally, you can track the different requests that are available, getting statistic on what have been specifically targeted to your company, or what are the exclusive requests that fit exactly what you define in your profile to make sure that you focus on relationship and potential opportunities that are assigned to your specific expertise. For suppliers, we also know that they work with all other partners, so they also have the ability to look for potential suppliers and start to build a relationship in order to provide the best quality parts for their customers. And this would wrap up this first edition of the Axya Demo Day. Thank you everyone for attending. This presentation has been recorded, so if you want to share it with some of your colleagues, please let us know. And with that being said, I will wish everyone a great day. Thank you, everyone.